we have here is 0.1 moles of hydrochloric acid and 0.1 moles of sodium hydroxide. The hydrochloric acid is going to act as our analyte solution, and the analyte is a solution of an unknown concentration, which we're going to be titrating with this burette to figure out the concentration of. So I'm going to put 10 milliliters of hydrochloric acid into this beaker right here. It's going to sit right under the burette. I'm going to add some indicator, which just happens to be bromothymol blue, 3 drops of that into the analyte solution, and I'm going to dump this little magnetic stir in there to stir as we add the solution, the titrate solution in. The sodium hydroxide solution is going to be our titrate. I'm going to actually have to dilute the solution by half, so I'm going to add 10 milliliters of sodium hydroxide, and I'm going to mix it with 10 milliliters of DI water to dilute the solution to 0.05 moles. And then I'm going to add that into our burette right up there. This is our 10 milliliters of analyte, the hydrochloric acid, and I'm just going to add 3 drops of our indicator here, bromothymol blue. And you'll notice that as I do that, there's like a slight yellow tint where the drops are, and as I mix that into the solution, it's going to turn yellow. Alright, so that's how we know that this is not a complete reaction. Yellow indicates that the reaction has not gone to completion, so not pH 7. Alright, there's that. Okay. So I added the diluted titrate solution into the burette, and we have our analyte solution, the hydrochloric acid, in here with the 3 drops of indicator and the magnetic stir, which I'm going to turn up just a little bit. So what we're going to do now is we're going to gradually add the titrate to the analyte solution. Now, in the calculation that we did beforehand, we know that from 10 milliliters, which we added of the analyte solution, we should have approximately 20 milliliters of titrate solution to add to that before it reaches equilibrium, because remember that is a 0.05 concentration now because we diluted it, so it should be double the volume of the analyte solution needed to neutralize the acids. So we're going to add, let's see, probably about 18 to 19 milliliters before we stop and begin to add drop by drop. So we'll do that now. So as we get closer to our calculated volume, I'm going to kind of slow this down so we have a better control over how much we're adding in. And right there is about 18 milliliters. Alright, so we're going to be adding drop by drop from here on out. As we approach the endpoint of the reaction, we're going to notice that a color change occurs as the titrate is added into the analyte, but with mixing it begins to go away. Now, what we're going to look for is a permanent color change to indicate equilibrium. So here we go. Alright, see that slight color change right there? That's how we know we're getting close. And it's gone away, so we know we haven't reached the end point yet. So we're going to add one more drop in. Very carefully. Very carefully. And slight color change. Let's see if it stays. Apparently that's green.
It looks green to me.
Alright, well, unfortunately this particular indicator, the color change from yellow to green is very difficult to see, so we're going to have to add like one more drop, and the indicator for the reaction that has gone past the endpoint is blue, so you'll know right away when you've gone past. Unfortunately, it's a little bit difficult to tell when you reach the endpoint, so we're going to add one more drop, and if it turns blue, then we know that was indeed the endpoint. Okay, so this is what it, wait, hang on. No. I'm going to say that's green. That's the endpoint. I'm going to add one more drop.
Between these few.
I'm going to add one more drop, and this should be blue, permanent blue, like very distinctive.
Obviously
blue.
Like that.
Alright, let's just give it a second, make sure it doesn't go away though. Nope, that is totally blue. Okay, so that is how we know it has gone past the endpoint of the reaction. Okay, so now we've added too much base into there, so we're having a basic solution here. What we had beforehand was totally green, and that was the endpoint. Neutral pH 7. All right, we are good. That's how you do a titration. Concentration of the analyte is about 0.09. Now we know that the actual concentration was 0.1 molar, so this isn't far off. Pretty darn close.